Hello, Aquarius. I'm a little late trying to get these readings out for March. Today is February 20th, and I kind of wanted to get these done before March 1st, so I will be doing your reading for March. I had a little bit of stuff going on, so I didn't get these out as soon as I wanted to, but I'm introducing some new decks for the month of March. One of the new decks is the Game of Thrones Tarot deck. These are actually really cool. The box that they came in looks like this. And the cool part about them is the book that comes with them is a little hardback book, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't read with the book, but I did read the book. Pretty interesting concepts as to the messages that the creator had for the cards. I am also introducing, so that Game of Thrones Tarot is going to be for your energies. Well, I am again using the Tarot Sexual Magic to pick up on the energies of the person that you're dealing with. And then my new prize cards here, love the purple, is the Beautiful Creatures Tarot deck. I do not read reversals in these, not as of yet, because the meanings behind the cards for the creator are quite in-depth, and I'm still getting a feel for them. So I am not reading reversals at this time, but I did want to bring up that, one, I love the art on these. Her name, the lady who does this, is Jasmine Beckett Griffith. She has also done work for Disney. The cards are just absolutely beautiful if you look at them. And I love the messages that are coming through with those. So again, I'm not reading those in the reverse. But the thing that I really liked about this deck is the book that comes with it. It's quite thick, quite extensive. There are 2 specialty cards specifically to this deck. One of the things that I really like about it is that if you're just starting out with tarot, it's really good, but it has a number of spreads in here, like several different spreads. So if you're looking for new spreads or you're just starting out, this is a really good deck. And I'm absolutely in love with it. I am a little sad, though, with the quality. I have not been using them for very long, but I'm noticing that the purple on the cards is starting to wear off, and they're starting to peel. So I'm not very happy with the quality of the cards, but I am happy with the messages and the imagery in the cards. So keep that in mind when contemplating purchasing this deck if you do decide to buy it. So with that, I guess I'll kind of just get right into the reading. Again, I'm sorry I wanted to post these sooner, but I've had a lot going on physically, and my husband just deployed, so I'm home with 2 little girls that are kind of trying to cope with the fact that Dad's gone. So it's been a little heavy at my house. I took my mom home today, so it's a lot quieter. I love my mom to death, and I'm so grateful that she was here helping me. But she needed a break, so I took her home today. If you hear any background stuff, my kids are home from school now, so it'll be kind of loud, and there may be interruptions, so I do apologize if there's an interruption. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the reading. That crackling sound you hear is my candle that's going. It's a trilogy candle. I love these. They have a wood wick, and they make some of the craziest sounds. Like earlier, it sounded like a cat meowing. But just the smell of these, I just love these candles. And no, I'm not being sponsored by them, but I absolutely love these candles. So if you have not done these candles, I highly recommend them. This one's my favorite. But anyway, I digress. Let's get right into the reading. I'm going to lower this down here. I'm having some technical difficulties today, so I do apologize. So let's get right into this reading here. We're going to be focusing on the past energies for Aquarius. So that's anything leading up to March 1st. Past energies for Aquarius leading up to March 1st of 2019. We're just getting out of Aquarius season here soon. We're moving into Pisces. So I won't be surprised if the star card shows up. Being that, you know, we're at the tail end of Aquarius season. The quality of these Game of Thrones tarot cards, I wish all tarot cards were like these. They almost feel rubber, and they, for the most part, shuffle pretty well. I spoke too soon, apparently. But, like, the quality of these is fantastic. I literally wish that all tarot decks were like this. Because I really feel like these are going to withstand, like, the test of time and beating them up. I haven't had any kind of fraying. They're very rubber-like, so there's no bowing in them, which is really nice. I do highly recommend these cards. If you follow the show, the Game of Thrones show, or if you've read the books, then I really think that you'll like these very much. Okay, here we go. Past energies for Aquarius leading up to March 1st. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. The Nine of Swords is coming out again. Like, this is the third reading that I've done where the Nine of Swords has been in the reading. So Nine of Swords, this is being stuck in your head, nightmares, feeling imprisoned, insomnia, lack of sleep, mental torture. This could be self-inflicted. We've been pulling a lot of swords energy. The Page of Coins. So a new beginning here, albeit slow. Could be a new business venture, going back to school. Struggles with finances with this Nine of Swords, but slowly moving out of that. There's some plans of some sort coming, but it's slow. We have the Ten of Cups. This is interesting. I have not actually seen this card in this deck yet, so it's really cool, actually. There are 10 cups, but there are candles here. Let me light your way. Lighting the way. Lighting the way in love, maybe. So we do have a new beginning here. It's slow, but we also have the Ten of Cups, and that could be happiness, happy family, stability, and security. Ooh, we have the Justice in reverse. So here is the Justice in the upright. And we've got it in the reverse. So maybe somebody made a bad decision. This could be an unjust situation where someone is toying with your mental stability and emotional stability. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. Page of Spears. So the Page of Wands in reverse. Somebody's missing the message. There's not a beginning right now on the horizon, even though, like, this is indicating there's not a beginning, but there was the start of something. I'm really kind of feeling this is family oriented. This could be a younger fire sign and a younger earth sign, maybe your children. One is on the up and up, and the other one is feeling very combative and argumentative. Give me just a second, please. Pups. Hey. What are you doing? Oh, get up. Okay. Sorry about the interruption. I have 8-month-old puppies that decided that they wanted to fight, so I put them outside. I thought the kids would be the interruption, but it turns out it was the puppies, so I do apologize. They've been kind of at each other all day, and they're litter mates, so I have a boy and a girl. And the big bark you hear, that's my St. Bernard, who's like 7 years old. But anyway, I do apologize for the break there. I'm going to go ahead and lower this back down. Obviously, I didn't move anything on the table, but yeah, so anyway, I see somebody slowly working towards a happily ever after, but you could have a child that's in the way of your happiness. So with the Justice reversed here, and it looks like the 8 of Swords in reverse, so coming out of our heads, we might be starting to see the situation for what it is. Like, maybe you really care for somebody and you're divorced and you have kids and they're not happy with your choice. But I am seeing 2 children here, like 2 younger energies, so that would be younger to you, so it could be children. And they've just kind of got you stuck in your head, like the situation isn't fair. So one of them may be saying, you know, it's your lover or me, or they don't approve of the relationship that you're having with someone else, and it's got you kind of stuck in your head. There's been a lot of Swords energy for these readings today, and it's, well, and last week too. Was it last week? Something like that. I am losing track of days because I am not working, and due to a back injury, so I'm kind of losing track of days. But yeah, so there's been a lot of Swords energy, and I think that's because we're coming out of Aquarius season. I can't even talk. This could be the fear of talking because I'm having a hard time getting my words out. But I really kind of feel like there's 2 children involved, and one of them is slow to come around to the situation, and the other one is just like, I don't like it. So with that, I'm going to bring this back down, and we're going to pick up on the energies of the partner or person you're dating or married to, and we'll go from there. Okay, that's a little too far. All right, here we go. So past energies for the person that Aquarius is dealing with. So past energies for the person that Aquarius is dealing with leading up to March 1st, 2019. Past energies. One more. Sorry about the dogs barking. They're nuts. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We have here the Knave of Wands. So again, and it's in the reverse. So we're mirroring this energy here. It could definitely potentially be your child or their child. Somebody is not happy with the situation. I get the feeling that there have been communications that have been missed due to this younger energy. The 10 of Wands in reverse. So the person that you're dealing with is ready to drop the ball, drop the burden, drop the load of whatever's happening here with their connection with you. They could just be fed up with the combative energy as well. The 7 of Swords. So you guys aren't seeing eye to eye on whatever the issue is between you two. And there's a conversation that does need to take place, but I feel like this person is kind of shutting down and just ready to let go. And I really don't like the energy. If you're the single parent that's dealing with a new relationship. I get the feeling like you feel like you have to side with your children. We have the Hanged Man here for their past energy as well. So the need to see it from a different point of view, from a different perspective, is definitely something that probably needs to take place. Perhaps that they're impatient with the situation, and that could be this basically Page of Wands energy that's happening here. There's a bit of impatience going on here, and I feel like Aquarius is really stuck in their head about it. Especially with the Ten of Cups here, that's kind of a family card for me. Like they're feeling like they have to choose between this other person and their family. It's a really tough thing to deal with. We also have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So I get the feeling that this person is coming out of their head about it. There is no betrayal here. I think it's like mental stuckness. And it's indicating that, yeah, they need to see it from maybe your standpoint instead of just their own. And it could be, too, that they don't want to take on the burden of family. Maybe they might not be ready. It might be a little too much for them to handle. Let's see. There's some other stuff going on here too. So if you're the single parent, like you're feeling a lack of balance, and that could be due to children. It could be due to circumstance. You're very in your head about it. You could be very in your head about the person that you're dealing with. I am pulling a lot of Wands energy here for the other person. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sag. And kind of what I'm feeling here is that you have one child that's clinging to the past and one that's a little more helpful. But I'm kind of feeling like, Aquarius, you might be in the beginning stages of a new career or a new way to find your security and stability after the end of a relationship. And this connection to this person, it could be the person that you're leaving, or the person that you've divorced, or person that you've left, where they're feeling a little impatient with you in regards to finances, or in regards to home, in regards to the family, and you guys are just not seeing eye to eye on that. And maybe they need to take like a big step back and see that you're actually trying. And you don't necessarily have to be separated from this person, but I feel like a lot of impatience and rebuilding that need, like impatience with rebuilding. So they may be trying to reconcile with you, and maybe you're just not ready, or you guys aren't seeing eye to eye with the financial situation, or with the children situation, like with the family life. So again, this could be the person, like if you're a single mom, single dad, dealing with a new person, I feel like the energy is that you have a child. I'm not going to say you have two children, but there's a child involved that doesn't want the new person in their space. It feels unjust to them, like you're trying to replace the other parent, and that's a really young, naive kind of energy, kind of taking over. Very impulsive is what I'm getting. If you are currently married with children, and this person here is your significant other or spouse, you're not seeing eye to eye. There is a burden that needs to be released here. But that's not going to happen until the perspective changes, even though like it's mirroring again with the childlike energy. And it could just be impatience on their part, but that's pretty much what I'm picking up on. If you are single and not dealing with anybody, I think that you've been in your head, you're trying to initiate new change to increase your stability. And there may be family support here for you with this Ten of Cups. But we're still trying to regain our balance here, because if you notice, there's the scales here in this card. I feel a lack of balance. So let's get into the mutual messages coming through for the past energies for Aquarius. Sorry if you see me reach towards the laptop, it's because my screen has gone black and I don't know if the video is still going. I'm sure it still does. It's just I prefer that it stay up. Anyway, sorry about that. I haven't quite figured out how to keep it from sleeping or for the screen to stop going to sleep. Anyway, so what are the... Ooh, these are kind of big. I have very small hands. Mutual messages coming through on this past issue between Aquarius and the person that they're dealing with. All right. One more. Okay. We have the Justice card. It has come up now twice in this situation. So someone may feel like it's an unjust situation. So again, if we're going to go with a single parent that has a child or children, one of them is not on board with a new relationship, and there's a lot of imbalance there. The message would be to seek balance between your home life and your dating life, to reassure them that it is okay. If you are still currently with your partner or significant other, we need to seek balance in the relationship, bringing us back onto the same page when it comes to finances and family life. We need to maybe sit down and discuss some of the financial situations, or discuss whatever this mental burden is for the other person. And it could be financial. It could be that you're just not having sex. There's a problem with the connection, and I think a lot of it has to do with perspective. Next, we have the Queen of Cups, intuition. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry about the lighting. And we are showing Cancer here in this card. So you could be dealing with somebody who has Cancer in their chart. So it could be Aries, Leo, Sag that has Cancer in their moon. I'm drawn to the moon here. So, and you could be dealing with anyone that has Cancer in their moon. You could also be Aquarius with a Cancer moon. But it's about using your intuition to find balance, to make it just for everyone. So if this person that you're dealing with is feeling like they're not on the same page, and they're not able to bridge the distance, and they're ready to drop that burden, maybe you need to be the one to open up the lines of communication to get back to this family, this happy family element. It could be, too, that this person just wants out. So keep that in mind. But use your intuition, Aquarius. Think before you speak is what I heard. Think before you speak. You could also be dealing, because we do have the Justice card here twice, you could be dealing with Libra. And again, this is past energy, so this something could have happened in the time of Libra season. And it's just now starting to come out, like, what the issues are within this connection, within this relationship. For those that are single and dealing with a child that's not okay with mom or dad moving on to a new relationship, and they're feeling like you're trying to replace the other parent, definitely use your intuition to bridge that gap between you and your child, because I see a lot of misplaced words, misplaced anger, and a bit of pain. So your child could be really in their head about the situation. So use your intuition to bring about that conversation with your child, that you're not trying to replace the other parent. And with that energy, the person that you're dealing with needs to be patient, even though there's a lot of impatience like indicated for them. They need to be patient if they want this connection to work. So with the Devil card, the habit, dependency. So for those of you that are currently married, we are kind of stuck in a rut, and we're kind of chained to our cycles, and those cycles need to change. Especially like I'm seeing the moon here, and the moon is cyclic. The cycles need to change, but somebody's reluctant to bridge the gap of conversation, or reinitiate the intimacy in the relationship. Somebody could be a sex addict too. It's kind of what I'm getting. Single mom could be dealing with just somebody that they're having sex with. Kid finds out, is very upset. But it could just be sex with no connection to the other person. 9 of Cups, satisfaction. So, never feeling satisfied is kind of what I'm getting with these 2 cards here, with the Devil and the 9 of Cups. But also, like, the 9 of Cups is feeling truly happy and fulfilled. So I think that, like, in the scenario where you're dealing with a single parent, or you are the single parent, like, you feel satisfied in your connection to the other person, but there's a need for balance between your home life and your dating life. I don't know if the relationship has kind of broached the subject of, dating exclusively and introducing them to children, whether you're the one with children or they're the one with children. But I kind of see that here, and there's a reluctance for that on their part, and potentially on the part of your children or child. The Fool. We have the Fool showing up at the bottom of the deck here. I love this card. Exploration. Explore your options. Get creative is what I want to say. Get creative about the way you move your family forward. And that's whether you're staying with your partner, if you've got a new partner that's transitioning from just dating into a serious relationship, or you're healing the relationship between you and your children with a new connection. Be creative in the way that you move forward, is kind of the message I'm getting. But there is a little bit of obsession here, and dependency. So if you're in the situation where you're still coupled to the person and we're discussing divorce with the Justice card coming up, you want it to be just for everyone involved, not just for you, but you seek justice for all involved, including children if there are any. But there's a dependency here, and it could very well be a financial dependency. So keep that in mind moving forward. Release old habits is kind of what I want to say. Like, the message here is release old habits so that you can move on to being satisfied in your situation, so that everyone is satisfied with the situation. And this goes for single, coupled, or just dating is what I'm getting. So be creative on how you move forward with this. Tread lightly is what I want to say. Choose your words carefully. Okay. Anywho, here we go. Current energy starting March 1st. Current energy for Aquarius starting March 1st, 2019. Current energy. Let's go. Okay. Let's see what we have. The 4 of Swords, taking a mental break. Taking a respite from fighting, arguing, I need more information, so kind of going within to internalize and see what steps you need to take. The Empress in reverse. This is shown up. This card showed for, I do believe, all water signs. So again, I'm gonna say you may have a connection to a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, an Aries, Leo, Sag, with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in their chart, but I'm going to lean more towards Cancer with that Cancer card coming up earlier, the Queen of Cups. The Three of Spears in reverse. So in the upright, we're waiting for our ships to come in. We've made a choice, we've initiated change, and now we're waiting. In the reverse, we are no longer waiting. You could, again, be dealing with a Taurus female, not again, but you may be dealing with a Taurus female. But I feel like if you are the female, you are not feeling grounded. You're not feeling like you want to move forward in the situation. And that's going to ring true more for those that are currently coupled. Or have been dating someone for a while and they're just tired of the back and forth energy, fighting over, children not being happy with the situation, or they may not be happy with the fact that you're going through a divorce or going through a separation, and they may feel like they're playing second fiddle. But if you are the female, if you are the Aquarius female, you could have Taurus in your chart, or you could just be adopting that energy of, I just don't want to. Again, and I feel like that's more towards the married couples that are dealing with separation and divorce. We have the King of Spears in the upright. So this is someone who's moving forward. Very creative, very handsome. King of sex. So this could be the way that you view your partner. This could be the energy that you need to adopt. If you are the Aquarius male, you could have fire in your chart. You could be wanting to move forward with someone who has children, but they're just not ready to do that. But you are. Again, you could be an Aquarius male or female dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, and I do feel like it's Aries, Leo, Sag with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in their moon, due to the fact that we are dealing with relationships. They could be a Cancer with Aries, Leo, Sag in their moon. Either way, they look pretty good. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So no more sneaky behavior, no more withholding what's going on mentally. Swords energy is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And that could just be like where you are currently in your mental state. Like, you needed to you're taking a step back right now. You're taking a respite from the situation to gather more information. But you're not hiding the fact that you're doing it. And you're not hiding what needs to be said. And so I don't feel like there's an avoidance for you. I feel like we need to make a decision. We're feeling imbalanced, and we don't want to sit around and wait for something. We don't want to sit around and wait for the other person to come forward and speak about something. Like, I really feel like Aquarius is going to initiate that. Because again, for them, they're not seeing you guys on the same page. There's that stuckness between you. And it's almost like a stalled energy. It could be that, you're married and you're no longer having sex. One of you wants sex, the other one doesn't. Aquarius, you could be mentally withdrawn from the situation. So those of you that are going through a separation, you could be emotionally and mentally withdrawn from your partner. And that could be due to something that happened with you guys in the past. It could be like your present situation, like you're not feeling stable and secure, and it looks like they're not really doing much to contribute to you feeling safe and secure. the Wheel in reverse. So yeah, I just said we got that stuck energy. We're kind of stagnant here with this other person. I think that you need to have the conversation to get the wheel going again. We do have Judgment in reverse. Somebody made a bad judgment call. We did have the Justice card show up in the past energies. Somebody felt betrayed at one point with that Ten of Swords that came up at the bottom of the deck earlier. Somebody felt betrayed. This is Judgment for all. Like, somebody feels like the judgment was not fair. So if you're dealing with somebody that you're separating from, like the other person, the other party is feeling like whatever decision was made was unfair to them. But I feel like you're kind of in that same energy too. They might have chose job over family, or you chose job over family, and it feels just, it feels like the other person feels betrayed, or you felt betrayed. So this could go vice versa. Whew, the Four of Swords in reverse. So you got one party coming out and saying something. You got the energy around you is you're very much staying mentally withdrawn right now. And I think that kind of goes with that message of choose your words wisely. Like, you need to gather more information to approach this subject. There are 3 people here indicated in the World card, but it is reversed. So maybe, I don't know. You really don't feel affair. Like, I feel family, but I don't really feel affair. But the person that you're dealing with wants to come out and say something, but I feel like you're kind of stifling that conversation because you're not ready. Like, you don't have all the information. And you have the Moon card here. The Moon card, when they're depicting Scorpio in this, but I think could be Cancer or Scorpio. I think it's more the energy around the situation, like somebody's hiding the way they feel or running from the actual problem. The Ten of Cups. So this is a very non-traditional deck. In the upright, this is that facade, and she's like giving him like this half-assed offer. And with that Moon card, like, somebody's definitely holding back how they feel about the situation. If you are dating and you're wanting to move forward with someone, I really don't see that happening. Like, all this energy to me is like stopped. Like, this isn't real. It's not real, and they're keeping it from you that they don't feel the same that you do. And this is whether you're coupled or not. All right, let's see what the mutual messages are. We're going to attempt these this way. Mutual messages for the current energy for March 2019. And they're peeling. I don't like that they're peeling. This is very frustrating to me. It's a brand new deck. This is the 7th time that I've used them, and they're already peeling, so I'm not happy with that. Anyway, mutual messages for the current energy for March 2019. One more. The Eight of Swords, feeling imprisoned. This goes back to that 9 of Swords energy for the past. I think this has a lot to do with Aquarius and where they feel mentally. They may feel mentally stuck, mentally imprisoned by the situation. If you're married and dealing with a separation, there are secrets being kept. It's not what you think it is what I want to say. It's not what you think it is. The relationship is not what you think it is. There could possibly be a third party, but I'm not really saying that. I'm more saying that we have this stagnant energy where we're no longer connecting, and there may potentially be children involved, and that may be why Aquarius is choosing to stay in the situation, or the person that Aquarius is dealing with is choosing to stay in this mental prison because they don't want to break up the family unit. kind of what I'm getting. The Nine of Pentacles, rewards. So that, again, is a big family card for me. Pentacles are security and stability. She doesn't look happy, though. I'll show you here. Like, too much of a good thing. It may appear really good from the outside looking in, but from the inside looking out, it's more of a prison, is what I'm getting. The Wheel. So we've now had the Wheel come up twice. You can't make this up. So we had the Wheel in reverse here. When I did flip this over, it was in the reverse, even though I don't read reversals in this deck. I do want to point out that this was reversed in the deck, and it is reversed here. So there is a need to get that Wheel moving again. But I feel like either you or the person you're dealing with feels like it's too much of a risk. So if you look, she's holding a die. It looks like a Dungeons and Dragons type die where there's multiple choices here. And it might not be worth the risk, is what I'm getting. So from the outside looking in, everything looks stable and secure and that the wheel is turning. But for Aquarius, I really feel like you're stuck in your head. It's like a mental prison for you. And no matter what choice you make, it doesn't seem to be the right one. And so there's too much risk involved. So in order to find happiness, this is kind of what I'm getting. In order to find happiness in your situation, we need to roll the dice. Like, I get the feeling like anything is better than where you're at now, even though you're fearful to roll that dice. It's interesting. The High Priestess, I do want to point out, she is in the reverse. But I don't do reversals in these yet because I'm still learning them. They're still very new to me, and I'm still getting acquainted with the energy of these cards. So I do not do reversals, but I want to point out that in the reverse, the High Priestess is coming out with it, coming out with the secrets. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, I don't do reversals. The Page of Cups, holy crap, and the Strength card. They are all showing up in reverse. But I'm going to show them to you here in the upright. So we're definitely dealing with children and family, impatience. We're needing the strength to move forward. Aries, Leo, or well, that's definitely Leo there in the Strength card. But I get the, like, it's like battling the same monster over and over again. The Page of Cups, wanting that love, wanting that beginning, wanting to renew, especially with the Page of Pentacles showing up again. So that was in the past energies. Aquarius, you may be starting something new that's going to lead to your security and stability. Whatever this is moving very slowly. It looks like you may be trying to get out of a situation, or the person that you're dealing with is trying to get out of the dating situation with you or the married situation with you. You're still trying to find your bearings, trying to find that security and stability. But whatever you've started, it's slow in the process. So you may be sticking it out in your marriage until you have that security and stability. But I do see a lot of immature emotions and potentially lashing out. That could be them. That could be you. I feel like that's more you. So continue to build toward whatever it is that you're building toward. But you're going to have to take a risk to get out of this prison, to get out of this mental prison. So keep that in mind. Remember, choose your words wisely. If you are staying in a situation due to financial issues and whatnot, and due to children, I don't see that being for very long because we have that King of Wands energy. So momentum is going to start picking up for you. Those creative ideas are going to start flowing, or whatever creative endeavor that you've embarked on to create that security and stability for yourself is on its way. We're just not quite there yet. This is an interesting reading. For those of you not really dealing with anybody, I would say you may be getting out of a tough work situation where there may have been dating in the office and it was kept secret. But we moved out of that. Maybe we even quit our job due to the backlash. So we're starting over fresh, starting a new endeavor, starting a new job. But we're still very much suffering mentally due to financial strain. And the impatience, I think, is you might have started your own company or your own business and it's not paying off at the moment. So it's slow. So that is for those that are not dealing with anybody really in love. So we're looking at the fears or blockages for Aquarius. That's good. Okay. Fears or blockages. We have the Four of Coins in reverse. This is again coming up. We've been dealing with this energy all day with the readings. No longer clinging. Feeling charitable. The Four of Spears reversed. So for those of you that are married, it could be a divorce. It could be that we're letting go of the idea of getting married because we don't have the capital. We could be avoiding getting married due to children's interference or family's interference with that Ten of Cups we had earlier. Someone could be being charitable to contribute to a union or a bond, but I feel like if it is a union, it's a forced union and it wasn't something that that Aquarius wanted or the other person wanted. So it could be an arranged marriage and someone's very unhappy. But I do see coin changing hands, like I do see money changing hands, and that could be for those of you that aren't with anybody. You're trying to find your bearings and build that security and stability, and we just can't because we were greedy, so we're needing to rely on somebody else for the capital to get it off the ground, is what I'm getting for singles. Seven of Coins in reverse. Somebody is no longer wanting to put in the effort towards this marriage or this home. It could be that you're selling a home. Someone could walk out of their wedding on their wedding day. I'm seeing it, and that's going to be for very, very few. But I see somebody like getting ready to walk down the aisle and saying, no, I can't do this because I can no longer put in the effort. Like, I don't want this. It could definitely be a divorce with the no longer putting in effort and waiting for the crops to come. And wanting the hell out. Like, just, I want out. This could be your energy. It could be theirs. We also have the moon showing up again. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm going to still stick with Cancer because we did have that Queen of Cups coming out that had Cancer. We did have the moon for their current energies. So something is secretive. You could be planning a wedding in secret, but I do see the Four of Wands in reverse. So someone could be planning to run away from a marriage, to run away from a union. And again, I'm getting that vibe of getting stood up at the altar. That's really sucky, but I am getting that vibe. This could be you. This could be them. For those of you that are married, and this is, for me, somebody secretly wants to get divorced. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Coins. So the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We're not feeling charitable, even though like we're no longer clinging to the situation, financially clinging to the situation. Maybe you don't want to financially cling to the situation anymore, and you're wishing and hoping that this marriage or this relationship falls apart because we're no longer feeling charitable. We're no longer meeting in the middle. We're no longer putting in the work that needs to be done within this relationship. Let's get the other person's fears or blockages for March of 2019. Fears or blockages for the other person. Wow. So that ending of relationships I see across the board If you are the single person that's not really dealing with anybody, you're coming out of an unstable relationship. Like I said, could be work related. We do have a lot of pentacles showing up here. And we're just trying to rebuild and start over. And you're secretly hiding. You may have hid money. You may be hiding your feelings just to keep moving forward practically, but you're having a really hard time. And I think that once you get the wheel turning again, and you stop holding on to your secretive feelings, you'll be able to move forward towards new love. But I think you need to find your stability first. Okay. Let's see. Sorry. The Hierophant. This is definitely third-party card for me. But it also has to do with contractual agreements. So marriages, anything legal, jobs, that kind of thing. So for those of you, like I said, that are single and not dealing with anybody, you could have been dating somebody in the workplace who was already involved with maybe a boss. And that's ended. Like your job was terminated. You quit the job. You didn't put in the effort anymore because you didn't see it going anywhere. Or they didn't see it going anywhere, so they ended it with you. But for those of you that are married, this is definitely a marriage. It's a third party in a marriage. And with this moon card, this is menage a trois, like crazy stuff happening there. So this could be why Aquarius is wanting to step out of the relationship, but they need to gain their security and stability before that can happen. The Three of Cups, damn it, in reverse. Okay, so if there was cheating, it's no longer happening, but it's already affected the marriage. It's already affected the connection, and Aquarius is no longer wanting to put in the work. Like they're keeping this hush quiet because they're not. Maybe they might be saving up money for a lawyer to terminate the marriage, someone to represent them in court. Because we did have back here, I'm going to point this out here. Sorry, this is why I set them off to the side. We have justice reversed. So they feel like at a financial disadvantage to their spouse or significant other when it comes to potentially divorcing. So they need to make sure that they have their bases covered. They're no longer putting in effort into the relationship at all. And I think that Aquarius is scrambling to find money to obtain a lawyer so that they can protect themselves with this marriage separation. I don't know why the energies are so freaking intense right now. With all the readings that I've done today, it's kind of crazy. We have the King of Wands in the upright. This is Leo for me. It could be Aries, Leo, or Sag, and like I said, you could be dealing with an Aries with Cancer in their moon, or Cancer with Aries, Aries, Leo, or Sag in their moon. But that's like security for me. It's almost like they sought comfort in someone else, or they want to reconcile physically with you. This is also really hot sex. And again, you did have the King of Wands in this position here. And this could be them. Maybe there was cheating in the past, or in the dating scenario, they were juggling more than just you. But they've made their decision and they want to be with you, but you're like, nope. You found out about it, you're like, nope, not going to happen. Or vice versa, they could be doing that to you. Nine of Swords. So we've got that mental trapped feeling, and now it's showing up for them. Oh, and the King of Pentacles in the upright. This guy is scary. In the reverse, this is like narcissistic behavior, but you can see like she is petrified. This is really harsh communication coming out. So once it comes out that Aquarius like no longer wants to be a part of this relationship because of the fact that there was cheating or somebody violated the marriage in some way, whether it be financially, emotionally outside the marriage, or physically outside the marriage. Once that comes out, it's gonna be nasty. Like I see nasty communication happening, very nasty. And again, if Aquarius is trying to save up money to hire a lawyer, that the person that you're dealing with, this Aries, Leo, Sag, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, is gonna lose their shit. Like once they find out. And again, if you're dealing with children, they may feel like because they make more money than you that they deserve to keep the children, even though I'm not showing them active with the children. They may feel like you violated the relationship in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you emotionally went outside of the marriage while they stood strong and steady. And they view it as like emotional cheating, and maybe they feel like the children belong with them because they do make more money. So Aquarius, you may definitely need to find a lawyer if that be the case. And again, it could be vice versa. They could have emotionally or physically went outside of the marriage, and they're looking for a lawyer because you want to keep the children because you make more money. But I really feel like it's the opposite. And there's going to be some abusive communication, like really, really horrible arguments in regards to this. And I think it's gonna be a while. Like I think this is something that's been brewing for a while. But I think honestly it's gonna take until July or maybe even August for this to actually really start. Could even be September because we've had a lot of 9s. Anyway, when Aquarius finally comes forward with how they're really truly feeling or whether they've got a lawyer or not. 3 of Cups. Again, this time it's in the upright. So there was some type of cheating. In that marriage scenario, there's definitely some type of cheating. If you're now single, not dealing with anybody, there was a third-party office romance happening. If you're the single parent with children dating, I really don't feel like it's a cheating scenario for that specific group of people. I feel like there's a desire to have that connection. I think that Aquarius, if you're the one with the children or child, you're still keeping that separate from your dating life, but you're ready to move into the next phase, or they are. We're still not really seeing eye to eye though. Like they're going back and forth with it, and maybe there's been some arguments in regards to how your child or their child is feeling towards the connection. But I do see a healthy connection in that scenario. Like there's celebrations and that type of thing happening. Loyalty. The King of Pentacles. We are showing like a ton of pentacles here. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This particular card is Taurus. Things may be changing in the Taurus time frame. For those of you that are absolutely single, you need to get out there and roll the dice and see where it takes you, is the vibe I'm kind of getting there. If you're the single parent, there are celebrations happening, and whoever you're dealing with is loyal to you. They're just impatient with the situation, and it's driving them crazy. And I think there might have been an argument or two, but you're both still kind of on the same page. But Aquarius, you need to rebuild your financial situation before you can move forward. Hello, kiddo. Hello. We have the 8 of Cups coming up, Quest. So the need to walk away from a situation or let go of an ideal and move forward. This is interesting energy. That's interesting. This could be, the advice there could be that if you're the single parent and you're dealing with a new relationship, or you're dealing with a relationship that's moving into exclusively dating, where you're going to be introducing them to your kids or you to their kids, we have to be completely walked away from our past situations and our past hang-ups on the matter. Because there is a lot of stability here and loyalty, but I think that we got to move past that initial honeymoon stage, like that celebratory dating, like honeymoon phase. And by transitioning out of that, we're kind of entering this stubborn energy. And I think this is more the person that you're dealing with. That stubborn energy of, why is this taking so long? And they could be jealous of your ex-husband, ex-wife, whatever. And they feel like you need to walk away from that situation altogether. So you could still be married and trying to file for divorce, and you have someone else. So that could be that third party energy, is that in your mind you are single, because you're separated from your spouse. You could still be living with your spouse, but you're separated. And this other person is like, come on, hurry up already. Like, I don't want to wait forever for you to make the choice to actually get divorced. That was really heavy. So we have the Ace of Swords. So again, we could be dealing with kids. There's a new beginning, definitely. But communication needs to happen first. The Page of Cups, again, at the bottom of the deck. So there's offers of love, sincere offers of love. I feel like the married ones, they're still with their significant other or spouse because they're trying to get their financial bearings to actually leave the situation. The person that they're dealing with could be viewed as a third party by the husband or wife, due to the fact that they are still currently married. This could also be a scenario where Aquarius is married with children and is drawn to someone else, but has not physically been with someone else. So the children have not been introduced to this other person. There's a little bit of communication, but I do sense a little bit of distance here. Mental distance. It could be physical distance. There is some harsh communication going back and forth between Aquarius and their husband or wife, and Aquarius with the new person that they're trying to pursue. In that scenario, there are secretive feelings happening, but nothing physical has happened yet. And I think that's due to the Aries, Leo, or Sag wanting to be the comfort, but they're not crossing that line because they feel like they would be violating that marriage, even though the people, the Aquarius and whoever they're married to, are currently separated. So it's a moral dilemma for the new person coming into Aquarius's life. And again, that could be Aries, Leo, Sag, could be Taurus, could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or any combination of those. I only do Sun, Moon, and Rising, so apply that where that fits. For those of you that are single, you may have your eye on somebody and you're just too damn afraid to come out and say anything. Because it could be a work scenario. And they could be married. I just heard that song, Jesse's Girl, in my head. I wish that I had Jesse's Girl. Okay. Messages coming out for the month of March 2019 for Aquarius, directly to Aquarius. Anything that you need to let go of, any conversations that may need to take place, what steps you need to take to move forward. One more. Okay. The Six of Swords in reverse. So we're reluctant to move. I think we're in the boat. We just don't know where we're going. The Six of Spears. You could be admiring someone. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough for the person that you have your eye on. Oh, it's somebody from the past. The Six of Cups. Okay. And the Three of Cups in reverse. Again, this is the third time the Three of Cups has come out. So I think there may have been emotional cheating. I don't really see physical cheating from Aquarius. If anyone cheated, I think it would have been the partner or spouse, but I really don't see that. I mostly see like an emotional attachment to somebody, but there was no physical cheating. We have the Eight of Spears in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So that's the Eight of Wands, the bottom of the deck. We are in the boat, Aquarius, but where the hell are we going? Maybe you feel stuck, the inability to move forward because you're waiting on this person from the past to make a move. And you hold them in the highest regard. But there is a past connection there. You could be dealing with somebody from your past, and maybe everyone around you sees you as being a cheater, even though like you're married or whatever. But you haven't cheated. You might have emotionally gone outside of the relationship, but I think it's due to harsh communication and having a lack of bond with your significant other. But I don't see actual physical cheating. For those of you that are single, again, we're reluctant to get in the boat and move forward. You may have your eye on the prize, but you're not ready yet, ready to have that communication. You're not ready to put yourself out there on the party scene, like go out and be seen, because you could be hung up on somebody from the past. For those of you that are newly separated from your partner or spouse, newly divorced, you're fearful of moving forward is what I'm saying. You're fearful of moving forward with whoever the new person is that you're dating is what I'm getting. Even though they're in the upright, like you still have a lot of emotional hangups when it comes to this connection. Messages coming out, not being received, because we have the High Priestess here, and we have the Death card in reverse. Holy crap, and the Emperor. So this is insane. So you do have a fire sign, Aries, male. I'm going to go with male because we do have the Emperor here. The Page of Cups right behind that. So there was an offer. Maybe, Aquarius, you put yourself out there to this Aries person, and they shut you down because they don't want to break the connection that you currently have with your spouse or significant other. They don't want to encroach on the sanctity of your marriage. Then right on the top of that card, we have the Death card in reverse. Scorpio energy. So your significant other may be a Scorpio or a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But they're clinging, you're both clinging. Like, I feel like Aquarius is ready to let go, but not quite ready to let go. And that could be due to that financial security and stability. But your Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces is clinging on emotionally. Like, they don't want to let you go. They're very hurt by what they feel was a violation to your marriage. And they may definitely feel like because they make more money that the children belong with them and not you, because you have been really secretive. There's been messages being sent back and forth in secret is what I'm getting with this. And that could be text messages. It could be emails, and that type of thing. So, wow. Holy cow. Holy cow. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Get yourself together. Approach this Aries, Leo, Sag, Aries, with caution. But don't approach them until you're actually ready to let go of that past connection with your spouse or significant other. Because I believe that Emperor is in the reverse because they don't want to violate the marriage. I feel like they're on the up and up. And even though they may be attracted to you and they may see you in this light, like, they are not going to come in until you've finalized your separation, finalized your divorce. I wish this was like a happy, love's coming in kind of reading, but it's not. Messages for the other person. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So they need to see that you're no longer investing in the situation. You may love them, but you're not in love, if that makes sense. Like, you love them for the gifts they gave you is what I'm getting. You love them for who they are. They're not necessarily a bad person. you're just no longer willing to move forward with them. And it could be due to past hurts. Yeah, there's no reconciliation here. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, like in the upright, that's coming back together. That grand, beautiful love, a new beginning in love, but that's not happening. I think that whoever you're dealing with, this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, needs to see that even though you love them and there's that connection there, like, it's not a full connection for you. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Like, again, I don't see betrayal here. I don't think that there was physical cheating. I think it was an emotional thing, and it's put them through mental turmoil, knowing that there's this other connection that you have outside of them. Like, why can't you talk to me the way you talk to them is the vibe that I'm getting. Like, talk to me, tell me what you need. But Aquarius, you're done. Like, you said your piece, you're done, you're ready to move on. You're just financially unable to at the moment. And you're still a little stuck, I think. Especially if this is a married couple dealing with children. I think you're still a little stuck. Due to the Six of Swords in reverse. I think you're still a little stuck. And you're going back and forth between should I stay, should I go, should I stay, should I go. Because you do genuinely have feelings for your partner or spouse, but I think your attraction to the other person, that Aries, Leo, Sag, is definitely more, plays more to your heartstrings than your current relationship does. Yeah, the Eight of Chalices. Again, the need to walk away. If you see she's pulling away from him, they're no longer seeing eye to eye. One of them wants it more than the other, and the other one's like, I just want to be done, is the energy I'm getting there. And the Two of Pentacles. So again, I'm going to go with like September time frame. We did get a lot of 10s. That's a lot of endings, but 10 could be significant. It could be 10 weeks. It could be October, where this is all finally finalized. But a decision has been made, and I don't know if the decision has been made by them or by you, because it is in their general energy for the messages. But a decision has been reached. And I kind of feel like it's more on Aquarius than it is on the person that they're dealing with, the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I think that there's a big ending coming, and your spouse or significant other is going to be completely shocked by it. Those in the dating scenario, dating with children, whether they have children or you have children, I think that there's going to be an ending happening due to the fact that you can't see eye to eye on the issues for the child involved or children involved. And one of you is pulling away. One of you is ready to walk away. I was hoping that it would come out otherwise. And again, these are temporary energies. We are going to move past these energies because everything is left up to free will and choice. So depending on what choices you make, this scenario may change. You could choose to stay and embrace like that single parent that has children, or you could choose to stay with your partner or spouse due to rejection from the Aries, Leo, Sag. So there's that too. So keep in mind there's always two sides to the coin. And the Two of Pentacles came up, so that's kind of funny. There's always two sides to the coin, and everything is left up to free will and choice. So when we're stuck in situations and we're mentally stuck, we choose to be there, whether we recognize it or not. Like, we made the choices that got us there. Okay, final messages coming out for both energies. Okay, well, I guess that's that. The Page of Pentacles coming up again. How many times the Ten of Cups? The Hermit. And the Four of Swords. So the advice coming through here is take a break, take a respite from the situation. And that came up earlier. And the Ace of Wands, new beginning, pregnancy, new ideas. I do want to point out there is 4 other people in this card. So you may be getting assistance from someone else, from a group of people, in this new creative endeavor, or this new endeavor that's going to get you back on your feet. But I do see that it did come out several times, this Page of Pentacles. It could be your child, it could be you, but I really feel like it's more you're moving towards getting out of wherever you're at. The Ten of Cups, I think that if we're dealing with the married couple that either decide to stay together, or Aquarius decides to leave, or they decide to leave, I think either way there's going to be happiness there, because there is children involved and you're always going to be bound to each other. I think you're going to find a way to keep the happy, healthy, stable family life once you get through that initial shock of I want a divorce, or that initial shock of separating the family. I think that eventually there's going to be a coming together and keeping that family unit intact in a respectful way. The Hermit, like, I really feel like that is Aquarius's energy. Could be Virgo, but I really feel it's more that contemplative state, because we also have that Four of Swords. We're going within, we're trying to find what makes us feel safe, what makes us want to move forward, whether we stay with our partner or spouse, or we're moving on with this other person. But I don't think that your partner or spouse, or the other person that you may be dealing with, the Aries, Leo, or Sag, or your Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I don't think that either one of them are going to make a decision. I think it feels like it's completely on Aquarius to decide how this is going to play out. But I do see help here in this card. I don't know if you can see them in the background. They're very light. There's 4 people there, but there's something new happening, a new creative venture. Again, Aquarius, you're trying to work towards something, whether that's ending the relationship, whether that's gaining your security and stability. We have the 3 of Pentacles, so we are working together with someone. And again, the 10 of Swords coming up at the bottom of the deck. And the 6 of Cups again. So dealing with somebody from your past, most definitely. And you're worried about it tearing apart your family. You may have secretive feelings for this Aries, Leo, or Sag, or this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. No matter how that flips, it flips. It's vice versa. But you need to make the decision. Neither one of these people are going to make a move. Your significant other, partner, spouse, husband, wife, whatever, is going to stay in this rhythm until you actually make a decision. This outside person that's from your past, they are not going to make any kind of movement or any kind of connection with you until you make a choice. So Aquarius, it is all on you to decide how this goes. You make your happiness. Remember that. Remember that I said that. Sorry. Aquarius, you are in control of your own happiness. Communication needs to happen, but you need to figure out what it is you need to say before you say it. If you are working on finding security and stability to get out of a marriage, to get out of a relationship, to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, keep moving forward with that. This 10 of Cups here, I really honestly feel that if you do separate with your partner and there are children involved, you're going to work together to make it right for the children, and that's very important. I want to say that again. You will work together to make it right for the children. I don't see petty arguing or fighting over the children. I think that one spouse may believe that they belong with them more so than the other, and it could be due to job. It could be due to travel with job. It could be a number of things. But I do see that 2 parties will come together to create that stability for children involved, if there are children involved. If there are not children involved, then Aquarius, this 10 of Cups is your happiness, and you are in charge of your own happiness. You need to sit down, really think about what it is that you want and who it is that you want, so that you can achieve that status of happy life. It is entirely up to you. Neither one of these masculine vibes, or it doesn't matter if it's male or female, neither one of these people that you're dealing with are going to make a move. You need to make that choice on your own, and then whatever is meant to happen is going to happen at that point. So again, it is about your free will. You can choose to stay where you are, and I can still see happiness there. But I kind of feel like you would feel like you were sacrificing something. So keep that in mind. With this new person, it's uncharted territory. It is somebody you know from the past. Maybe you had a brief connection. Maybe it lasted a few months. Maybe, you know, maybe there was just that fiery connection there, and you want to see where that goes. We did have the Devil card coming up, so that you could be obsessively thinking about this person. They could be obsessively thinking about you. There is a connection there, most definitely, but there's going to be no communication or movement forward in communication until you make a choice. So with that being said, that is crazy. That is some crazy energy, but I do see happiness here, so that's good. Like there's some instability with the family life and things like that. If you choose to stay with your spouse, there's still happiness there. If you choose to break those chains and break those bonds and move forward in that way, eventually there will be security and stability, not just for you, but for your partner or spouse. But there's a reluctance to move forward, and I think that's just your mental stuckness. And eventually you'll come out of that, and you'll come to see eye to eye in regards to the way your children should be raised, if there are children involved, or the separation in general. I think that if there are no children involved and you're separating from a significant other or spouse, like there's still going to be a friendship there. It might take a while to reestablish trust in that situation, but I do see it happening. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If this does not resonate with you, I will be doing mid-month readings. They are going to be significantly shorter than these because they are going to be generals. So, and I may just do Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo in one, Aries, Leo, Sag in one, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini in one, and then, who did I forget? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. How could I forget Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? Oh, their feelings would be so hurt that I forgot about them. So if this reading did not resonate with you with those three scenarios that I had picked up on, then check back with me for the mid-month generals. It may pick up on love as well. Also, check your sun, moon, and rising. So if Aquarius is your sun, check your moon and rising signs. If you don't know what those are, you can go online and search for rising signs. You enter in your date of birth, time of birth, city of birth, and it will tell you what your rising and moon signs are. So if you're dealing with love and it's not making any kind of sense in the sun sign, then definitely check your rising, or, well, I would check your rising if you're cross-watching. And with love, it could be, you know, any of the three, but definitely check your moon sign if this didn't resonate with you. Thank you again for taking the time to watch this video. If you like what you see, like, share, and subscribe. I am a fairly new channel here, and I'm just now starting to get my feet under me. I am so appreciative of those that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. And get the word out there, I guess. I do love doing the readings, and yeah, so now I'm just blathering on. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. If this does resonate with you, please comment below so that I know that I'm reaching the people that I need to reach. And because this kind of was a far-spanning reading, even though I was focused on the month of March, I think like it's just starting to kick off in this respect. So I think come September, October time frame is where you're really going to see some change. So let me know in the comments below. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you mid-month.